Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Salam, salve, Om Swastiastu, Namo Buddhaya, salam kebajikan, salam sehat untuk kita semua. Saya Reginald Serang, Kepala Kantor Wilayah Kementerian Agama Provinsi Nusa Tenggara Timur. Dengan ini mengapresiasi kegiatan lomba English Speech tingkat SMA dan SMK se-Provinsi Nusa Tenggara Timur yang diinisiasi oleh Harian Pos Kupang. Kegiatan ini akan dilaksanakan pada tanggal 29 sampai dengan 31 Januari 2024. Menurut kami, kegiatan ini penting karena telah mengambil tema yang sangat aktual terkait dengan pemilu damai dan demokratis, pemilu bebas hoaks, dan pemilih pemula. Saya tentu atas nama keluarga besar Kantor Wilayah Kementerian Agama Provinsi Nusa Tenggara Timur yang melaksanakan tugas pembangunan di bidang pelayanan pendidikan agama dan keagamaan, dengan ini mendukung penuh kegiatan kontes English Speech ini. Akhirnya kami ucapkan selamat berkompetisi, semoga sukses, Pos Kupang selalu jaya. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Salam, salve, Om Santi, Santi, Santi Om, Namo Buddhaya. Salam kebajikan, salam sejahtera, salam sehat untuk kita semua. Terima kasih.
Hey guys, all the participants Pos Kupang 2024 English Speech Competition. I am Hari Alexander Rwikaho, the President Director of Bank Entity, wishing all the participants of the 2024 Pos Kupang English Speech Competition a happy competition. Uphold the value of sportsmanship and show the best version of yourself in this competition. May God bless you all. Thank you.
Hi everyone, I'm Rani and I would like to wish you all the best for your English speech competition hosted by Pos Kupang. I know you are very fantastic participants and you will make it to the end. Wish you all the best and hello from Sydney, Australia.
Hello, good morning everyone. Firstly, let's say thanks to God who has been giving us guidance, healthy and mercy so we can attend and participate in this event. And my name is Ani Toda and it's a wonderful and precious chance to me to be your host today at Pos Kupang English Speech Competition 2024. And in this beautiful moment, I would like to say thank you for all the participants for joining this competition, and teachers, thank you so much for support your students in this competition. And all the participants, would like to introduce you to our judges today. Mr. Vicky Veka, he is a lecturer of Citra Bangsa University Kupang. Hello, Pak Vicky. Hi, Pak Vicky, how are you? Nice to meet you again today. Okay, and our native speaker, Mr. Tyson. Hi, Mr. Tyson. I'm doing good, thank you so much. How are you? Thank you so much, Mr. Tyson. And all the participants, as usual, we always have some rules that you have to follow in this competition, and here they are. Okay, before we start our competition, I would like to say thank you for our sponsors, Dinas Pendidikan dan Kebudayaan Provinsi NTT, Bank NTT, Akademik Teknik Kupang, Kanwil Kementerian Agama Provinsi NTT, Mr. Franciscus Go, Mr. Orias Modak, Mr. Franz Abba, and Agromina. And judges and all the participants, teacher, we are going to start our competition. And we are going to start from number 127, Gilbert Christian Delon Oi. And for others, please wait in the waiting room except Gilbert Christian Delon Oi. Hello, Gilbert. Hello, Gilbert. Gilbert Christian Delon Oi from SMA Kristen Payeti, Sumba Timur. Hello, Gilbert. Hello, Gilbert. Hello, Gilbert Christian. Do you hear me, Gilbert? Gilbert, can you say something to me so I can hear your voice? Gilbert, if you hear me, please raise your hand. Okay, the committee, please check Gilbert's audio. Maybe they have some problem with the audio. Hello, Gilbert Christian Delon Oi. Are you with us, Gilbert? I'm still waiting the information from the committee about Gilbert Christian Delon Oi's audio. Hello, Gilbert. Hello, Gilbert. Okay, Gilbert, if you have some problems maybe with the internet connection or the audio, please contact the committee so they can help you with that. Okay, committee and judges and all the participants, we move to number 128. Number 128, Jacinta Horet Beribe from SMKK Hendrikus Leven Larantuka. Halo Jacinta. Halo Jacinta Horet. Halo Jacinta. Hello Jacinta, I can hear you but your voice is... I want you to raise your voice, please. I cannot hear you very clearly here. Yes, I can hear you, but it's not very clear. Hello, Jacinta. Okay, now I can hear you very well here. Jacinta, how are you in this morning? Hello, good morning. How are you, Jacinta? Okay, are you ready for your speech? Okay, Jacinta Horet Beribe from SMKK Hendrikus Leven Larantuka, time is yours.
Good morning, everybody. First of all, I would like to thank God to be giving and blessing and mercies so we can meet here today in a good condition. I also to thank the headmaster, my English teacher for me. This is opportunity to deliver my speech English contents. My name is Echin. I come from Lawalere, East Flores Timor Regency. I am representative of Hendrikus Leven Larantuka Vocational School. On this occasion, I want to talk about of Generation Z and Millennials top abstention. Ladies and gentlemen, Generation Z and Millennials, determinants of the nation future, and should be prepared and equipped with various knowledge and skill, including knowledge and skill in making the Democratic Party a success as Nava's fathers, because the future, the responsibility on the shoulders of safeguarding, maintaining national unity. Ladies and gentlemen, the 2024 the Democratic Party that will have waiting for is getting closer. The celebration of the election of president and vice president is an important point now is waited by all Indonesian people. No less interesting, and 2024 the Democratic Party will be that increase in election participants from young the watching group, namely Generation Z and Millennials, no less younger generation with technology. The 2024 the Democratic Party will be that increase in election participants from young the watching and group, namely Generation Z and Millennials, which can influence the direction of policy and issues right society. Ladies and gentlemen, it cannot be denied that many Gen Z and millennials still think the Democratic Party is only aimed at the interests of certain groups. The decision to abstain or use the right tool is actually personal right of individual. As citizens and millennials, we are of enough obligation to make the 2024 election a success by exercising the right to vote. Therefore, Generation Z and millennials, because now is the time for us to get involved and participate to vote from the honesty of the youth conscience and create peace from awareness of the youth spirit and realize democratic from the awareness of the younger generation and determining direction and progress of the nation. Ladies and gentlemen, now is the time for us to show and voice of the younger generation as for time to voters will determine the future of our beloved nation and country. Our involvement in exercising the right to vote is maintaining the success of the 2024 Democratic Party. Beginner first of the Generation Z and millennials, we should have to station that is not easily influenced by certain success the nation of only with of. The interest of the election with election thanking Indonesia in faith golden and dermis, namely golden Indonesia 2024. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Yasinta, for your great speech. So, Yasinta, I would like to ask you one question, Yasinta. Can you hear my voice?
Yes.
Can you hear my voice clearly, Yasinta?
Yes.
Okay, Yasinta, my question is, what do you know about millennial generation? Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, please answer my question, Yasinta. What do you know about millennial generation?
Generation who always his shoulders you for is live.
Okay, thank you, Yasinta.
Yes.
Thank you, Mr. Vicky, and thank you, Yasinta Horet Beribe. From SMKK Henricus Levan Larantuka, you did a great job. Thank you so much for your participation in this competition. And we move to number 129. 129, Francisca Claudia Seda. From SMA Santo Franciscus Saverius Boawai. Hello, Francisca.
Yeah.
Hello, Francisca. Good morning.
Hello. Good morning.
Okay, can you hear me clearly, Francisca?
Yeah.
Francisca, if you hear me clearly there, please raise your hand. Okay, good. Francisca Claudia Seda, are you ready for your speech?
Yes.
Okay, Francisca Claudia Seda from SMA Santo Francisco Xaverius Baawai, time is yours.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I extend my heartfelt gratitude to the Honorable Head of the Department of Education and Culture for the province of Nusa Tenggara, the respected judges, and all the participants in English Speech Competition 2024, whom I hold in high pleasure. Before I commence my speech, I would like to invite you to the gratitude to Almighty for His mercy and blessing, allowing us together in this auspicious place. Allow me to introduce myself. My name is Francisca Claudia Seda. I'm a student of St. Francisco Xaverius Bawah High School, located in Malaysia Regency, East Nusa Tenggara. How are you all doing this morning? I appreciate the time and opportunity given to me, enabling me to stand before you and deliver my speech. I hope each of you in the good spirit and health. Today, I am to address you on the topic, the importance of young fathers in supporting inclusive and active democracy. Ladies and gentlemen, today I want to talk about the importance of the role of young fathers in supporting inclusive and active democracy. Young fathers in Indonesia have tremendous potential to shape the future of our country. However, to harness the potential we need to expand our knowledge about the political issue. Young fathers in Indonesia are constantly faced with significant challenges and challenges, shaping the way we see the world of the future. We, the youth of Indonesia, must choose between following the existing currents and creating a new and more progressive course. Respected judges and esteemed attendees, your voice matter is a slogan is often here, but we are really encouraged to contemplate how valuable our voice really is. In the political process, every voice is crucial to strengthen democracy. No voice is too small to persuade or ignore. We must learn about the political issue and discuss them with our friends. In doing so, we can help them to change their perspective and engage them to engage in the political process. Through active participation in elections and referendums, we can realize an inclusive, active, and more advanced Indonesia. We must uphold our rights and obligations and fight for our rights to have an impact on our future. Let us strive together to achieve a more stronger Indonesia. Ladies and gentlemen, I have spoken about the importance of young fathers' participation in building inclusive and active more Indonesia. Now, I invite all of you to take consideration by supporting the upcoming election. On February 14, 2024, we will have the opportunity to include leaders who will guide our country in the coming years. Young people, now is the time to active our voting rights. As Indonesia youth, we must understand that our voting rights have a significant impact on direction and future of our nation. Respected judges and esteemed attendees, empower the youth, ignite the future. The importance of young voters in supporting an inclusive and active democracy is not just a civic duty. It's a catalyst for positive change. Each vote is a voice. And when the youth actively participate, they shape the democracy. Let the ballot be your instrument, and together we build the resonance with the vibrant spirit of united and engaged generation. To end this speech, I will close with a simple word of wisdom. Success is not accident. It is hard work, persistent learning, sacrifice, and most of all love what you do. By Saleh. That's my speech. Hopefully it will be useful for all of us. Thank you very much for your attention.
Yeah, thank you, Francisca, for your great speech. So I'm going to ask you one simple question. Yes, Francisca. Yeah, my question is, what do you know about young voters?
Young voters is has a potential to shape the future of our country. So let's our support young voters to shape the future of our country and achieve a stronger and more advanced democracy in Indonesia. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Francisca.
Thank you, Mr. Vicky. Thank you, Yasinta Francisca Claudia Seda from SMA Santo Franciscus Saverus Boawai. You did a great job. Say hi to your friends and teachers there. And judges, we move to number 130, Aprilia Dinda Raja from SMA Kristen Payeti, Sumba Timur. Hello, Aprilia.
Yes, Miss.
Okay, I can hear you, Aprilia. How are you, Aprilia?
I'm good. How about you, Miss?
I'm doing good. Thank you so much for asking. Aprilia, would you please louder your voice?
Yes, Miss.
Okay, great. Aprilia, are you ready for your speech?
Yes.
Okay, Aprilia Dinda Raja from SMA Kristen Payeti, Sumba Timur, time is yours.
Thanks for the time for giving me. Good morning. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Shalom, Om Swastiastu, Namo Buddhaya, Salve, dan Salam Kebajikan. Honorable 2, Governor of East Nusa Tenggara Province or Representative Official. Honorable 2, Head of Education Service or Representative Official and their staff. Honorable 2, Head Director of Poskupang. Honorable 2, Principals of High Schools and Vocational Schools. Honorable 2, the Judges. In short, all audience that I'm proud of. First, let me introduce myself. My full name is Aprilia Dinda Raja, and I'm from Christian Payeti Senior High School. And now, I'm standing here to speak about general elections. Praise be to God Almighty, because we are still allowed to present here in good health without lacking anything. Ladies and gentlemen, democracy is an idea that was developed as a way to channel the interests of citizens and also as a forum for solving problems together. Ladies and gentlemen, why peaceful and democratic elections are so important? Because democracy opens up space for society to be widely involved in state management. In a democracy, all levels of society enjoy the same opportunities for involvement, rights, and obligations. These make democracy able to prevent the emergence of oppressive rulers. In addition, democracy will provide greater opportunities for involvement, rights, and obligations. In addition, democracy will provide greater opportunities for our needs to be met by the state. Why so? The reason is that with involvement, we can easily aspire to our interests in determining the policies taken by the state for our welfare by implementing a peaceful and democratic general election system. Therefore, I invite all of us to implement a democratic system that is healthy, honest, and peaceful. On the other hand, it gives people the freedom to choose according to their conscience without any question from other parties, environmentally or morally. thereby creating peaceful and democratic general elections. So, as to create a peaceful democracy that is direct, public, and confidential. Ladies and gentlemen, general elections are essentially a learning process in the context of the nation's maturation. The election is also a testing moment for all elements of the nation, regarding how far democratic values have become part of the identity of the Indonesian nation. The democratic values refer to our resolving disputes peacefully and voluntarily, ensuring peaceful change, orderly change of rulers, as few elements of caution as possible in making, implementing, and enforcing political decisions, recognizing the value of diversity, recognizing and guaranteeing its upholding, justice, as well as advanced science. I believe that all of us present here agree that maintaining peaceful elections are a big work that requires participation from all elements of the nation, starting from the individual level. The government itself has committed to maintaining consistency and security during the elections. So, on this good opportunity, I invite you to first help ensure that the peaceful election is not merely interpreted as a slogan, but rather as an effort to create a conducive atmosphere during the entire series of election stage. Second, be willing to agree that maintaining peace during is the collective responsibility of all elements of the nation without exception. And third, help ensure that all elements of the nation and third, help ensure that all elements involved in political activities campaign can carry out their roles without enduring the self-respect and dignity of each party, including their political opponents. Likewise, use the time for the campaign period to be filled with activities that are unproductive and have the potential to cause unrest in society. Ladies and gentlemen, let's work together so that the 2024 elections can be proof that society is smart in politics, as well as the celebration of our maturity as an Indonesian nation. That is all of my speech, and thank you. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Shalom, Om Santiago, Namo Buddhaya, Salve, dan salam kebajikan.
Yeah, thank you, Aprilia, for your great speech. I would like to ask you one question, Aprilia. Yeah, according to you, why is general election important? Thank you.
Okay, well, I will try to answer the question. Because general elections are essentially a learning process in the context of the nation's maturation. That is my answer, and thank you.
Okay, thank you, Aprilia. Good luck.
Thank you, Mr. Vicky, and thank you, Aprilia Dinda Raja from SMA Kristen Payeti, Sumba Timur. And we move to number 131, Angelica Sipatukan from SMAS Katolik Frateran Podor.
Okay,
Hello, Angelica.
Hello.
Hello, good morning, Angelica.
Good morning.
How are you in this beautiful morning?
I'm fine, thank you.
Great. Are you ready for your speech?
Before I start my speech, I would like to recheck my audio. Is my voice clear?
Yes, very clear.
Okay, thank you so much.
Okay, Angelica Sipatukan from SMAS Katolik Frateran Podor, time is yours.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Salam sejahtera, shalom, Om Swastiastu, Namo Buddhaya, Salam Kebajikan. Good morning, respected judges and audiences. My name is Angelica Sipatukan from SMA Swasta Katolik Frateran Podor. On this occasion, I would like to present a speech entitled Empowering the Future, the Voice of Young Voters. Ladies and gentlemen, we all are aware that within 15 days for 29 January 2024, Indonesian citizens will be participating in the most important time of history. It asks to elect the President of this Republic, the House of Representatives, the Regional Legislative Council, and the Regional Representative Council. Law of the Republic of Indonesia, Number 10, Year 2008, Chapter 4, Article 19, Paragraphs 1 and 2 states, the Indonesian citizens aged 17 to 21 are categorized as young voters. Additionally, Agus Melas, the member of General Elections Commission, said that 55% of 2024 elections are Gen Z and millennials. Voice from young voters hold powerful decision for the future of this republic. Therefore, it is essential for young voters to recognize, reinforce, and review the vision, mission, and programs of each presidential and legislative candidates. Empowering young voters to choose meticulously is crucial. Why is it crucial, and how is empowerment the future related with the voice of young voters? First, the domination of votes from young voters will determine the future of this republic. Young voters must not abstain. This is very fundamental. For their involvement as first-time voter in the general elections on 14 February 2024, it will be good for them to be equipped with political education so that they have a reference for what they will do at that time. Young voters seem to be pathetic and apolitical because they do not understand deeply the principle and characteristic of democracy in its implementations. Apart from that, they are afraid of being involved in political issues because generally we are caught up in conflict of sentiments between voters when choosing candidates. Ladies and gentlemen, if political education is not given to novice voters, then we can only imagine how responsible politicians will exploit their voice. Young voters are the important entities who can preserve the existence and impact of a policy implemented by the leaders and legislatives. Apart from that, considering the system of people's representation in legislative members, practical political education for them is a necessity towards the general elections on 14 February 2024. In general, when they do not have political education in carrying out the independent election for the member of legislature and executives, novice voters always follow the instruction of their parents and society. And that must stop now. Novice voters must be thoughtful and selective. Ladies and gentlemen, at the end of my speech, I would like to remind you that young people are the spearhead of change. Remember the historic event of 28 October 1928, when young people took an oath of their unity in fighting for Indonesian independence. Young people can change the future of the Republic then, thus they can definitely do it again now. Let's all be participative. They choose a capable and aspirational leader. Avoid the temptation of arrogance, apathy, and apoliticism among novice voters by giving them political education towards the general elections on 14 February 2024. Ladies and gentlemen, a smart voter, vote for better Indonesia for the Golden Gate of 2045. That's all. Thank you for your attention. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Salam sejahtera, shalom, Om Swastiastu, Namo Buddhaya, salam kebajikan.
Yeah, thank you, Aprilia. Sorry, Angelica. Yeah, thank you, Angelica, for your great speech. So, Angelica, I would like to ask you one simple question, Angelica. Hello, Angelica. Can
Hello,
you
sir.
hear my
I hear you.
voice clearly?
Yes.
Yeah. So the question is, why do the young voters play a very important role in the general election?
Because young voters are the important entities who can preserve the existence and impact of a policy implemented by the leaders and legislatives, so that they are a really important people in these elections. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Angelica.
Thank you, Mr. Vicky and Angelica Sipatukan from SMAS Katolik Frateran Podor, Flores Timur. You did a wonderful job today. Thank you so much for your participation in this competition. And we move to number 132, Andriani Rambutonda from SMA Negeri 1 Umbu Ratunggai Barat, Sumba Tengah. Hello, Indriani.
Hello.
Hello, Indriani.
I can hear you. Hello.
Yeah, I can hear you, Indriani. How are you, Indriani?
I'm good. How about you?
I'm good. Thank you for asking, Indriani. Are you ready for your speech?
Yes, I'm ready.
Okay, Indriani Rambutonda from SMA Negeri 1 Umbu Ratunggai Barat, Sumba Tengah. Time is yours.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Shalom, Om Swastiastu, Namo Buddhaya, greeting first. The honorable of judges, the honorable of audience. First of all, let us thank God because He has been brought us from the darkness to the brightness. Hello everyone, my name is Indriani Rambutonda. I'm from Senior High School 1 Umbu Ratunggai Barat. And today, I'm here, I will deliver my speech about peace and democratic election. Ladies and gentlemen, democracy is a system of government in which the power is vested in the people or the general population of the state. In direct democracy, the people have the direct authority to deliberate and to decide legislation. In non-representative democracy, the people choose governing officials to election to do. The features of democracy includes freedom of assembly and association and others. Ladies and gentlemen, elections are an important mechanism in democratic and peace process. Their purpose is to provide citizens with an opportunity to choose clearly their political leaders and allocate power faithfully. However, underlying tension in a society and high state can also result in violence and fatalism. Many threats, challenges, and obstacles that must be faced. Where in previous election, there are many cases that occur, such as divorce cases with a total 1,300 divorce couples, fights, and even murder cases that just because of different choices. The blind campaign models, the politicization of SARA, party politics in which color the course of election in Indonesia. Voting referendum is used by community control and violence against voters that contribute greatly to election vulnerability. Of course, all of these things are used by the peace and democratic election. Therefore, peace and democratic election must be fulfilled by election organizers and stakeholders, indirectly and indirectly. And the laws and regulation must be a guideline for realizing peace and democratic election. And the laws and regulation must be a guideline for realizing peace and democratic election. This is the important in society. Different choices in election are considered not necessary to choose a result of outcome. Even though our choices are different, we must remain in harmony, united, and they should not be conflict. So, peace and democratic election are a shared commitment and responsibility. Ladies and gentlemen, the democratic election will be held on 14 February 2024. So, how to keep the peace of democratic election? The first, increasing participation. The second, fulfilling the right to vote and be full. The third, preventing polarization and handling access. Fourth, the participation must be honestly, fair, and done-handed. According to Indonesia Central Statistic Agency, or BPS, Indonesia Democracy Index, or IDI, in 2019, which shows an increase of 53% from 72.39 in 2018 to 74.92 in 2019. This is a great news, as it shows Indonesia's democracy has improved. And this is the highest compared to the previous index score. So, We must try to improve our democracy even better. Give your vote, voting with your pure heart, and create a peace of democratic election for Indonesia bright future. Thank you so much for the attention. Maybe that's my speech. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Shalom. Om Swastiastu. Namo Buddhaya. Greeting of future. Good morning. Thank you.
Yeah, good morning, Indriani. Thank you.
Good morning, Mr.
Yeah, Indriani, I would like to ask you one simple question, Indriani.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, Indriani, what do you know about democracy?
Democracy. Thank you so much for the question. In my opinion, democracy is a system of government in which the power is vested in the people or the general population of a state. Maybe that's it I know about democracy.
Okay, thank you, Indriani, for the answer. Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome, Mr.
Thank you, Mr. Vicky. Thank you, Indriani Rambutonda from SMA Negeri 1 Umbur Ratunggai Barat, Sumba Tengah. You did a great job. Thank you so much. Say hi to your teachers behind you. Teachers, thank you so much for support your students in this competition. Okay, we move to number 133. Maria Florida Knoba from SMAS Katolik Frateran Podor, Flores Timur.
Check, check.
Hi,
Good
Maria.
morning.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello. How are you, Maria?
I'm good.
Okay, great. Are you ready for your speech, Maria?
Yes.
Okay, Maria Florida Knoba from SMAS Katolik Frateran Podor, Flores Timur. Time is yours.
Dear head of the entity Province Education and Cultural Service, Committee and Jury, my respected teachers and esteemed audience, I would like to express my gratitude for the presence of Almighty God, as it is through His grace we are able to gather and conduct this event under favorable circumstances. Today, I stand before you to deliver a speech entitled Quality Youth, Proud to be a Smart Young Voter. Ladies and gentlemen, it is crucial for Indonesian citizens to decide every action based on the principles outlined in Pancasila and the regulations set forth in the 1945 Constitution. In accordance with the principles of Pancasila and the 1945 Constitution, moreover for the upcoming elections scheduled in February 14, 2024. As responsible citizens, it is our duty to exercise discernment in selecting leaders who embody the spirit of nationalism and patriotism rooted in the Pancasila and the 1945 Constitution. Recent data from Republika indicates that millennials and Gen Z, totaling 56.45% in the electorate, will play a significant role in the 2024 election. As first-time voters, it is imperative that we approach this process with intelligence and qualification. The question remains, however, how can we become smart and well-informed first-time voters? Young voters represent a generation that are particularly susceptible to misinformation and external influences. Factors such as social media, family, school, relatives, and friends can greatly impact the decision-making process for first-time voters in this election. Many voters were overwhelmed and uncertain about voting due to a lack of political education, information, and a preference for easily digestible, non-substantive political content. In order to make informed choices, it is imperative for us to exercise discernment in filtering the information we consume from social media and make decisions based on our own convictions. Social media should be considered merely as forums for election-related information. Ladies and gentlemen,
it is crucial for us to be familiar with the track record of potential leaders we considering electing in order to accurately assess their suitability for office. It is essential for us as the young generation to have awareness and take responsibility to our decision despite the numerous influences we encounter. One way to counteract this is by involving educational institutions and trusted organizations as platforms for providing our political education. By receiving a solid education in school, obtaining accurate information from social media, and engaging in socialization, we can strengthen ourselves in making informed choices. We must approach ourselves to research and exercise discernment and selecting with a critical mindset and carefully consider who we believe can support our vote. In electing, it is essential that we can comprehend our rights and obligations and electing with competent, aspirational, and accountable leaders that for we hold the power to shape the future of our nation. Ladies and gentlemen, together we can make a significant impact and ensure that our decision can safeguard the future of our nation. As young individuals, let us strive to become knowledgeable and discerning voters. That is all I have to say. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Maria Florida. So I would like to ask you one simple question, Maria Florida.
Yes.
Yes, what can you do to persuade the young voters to participate in the general election on February 2024? Thank you.
Sorry, can you repeat again?
Yeah, okay, Maria Florida. So the question is, what can you do to persuade the young voters to participate in the general election on February 2024? Thank you.
I can share my political knowledge that I get from political education in school and social media. Thank you.
Yeah, great. Thank you, Maria Florida. Good luck.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Mr. Vicky. Thank you, Maria Florida Knoba from SMS Catholic Fraternal Podor Flores Timur. You did a wonderful job today. Thank you so much for your participation in this competition.
Thank you.
Okay, we move to number 134, Simon Sili from SMK Negeri 1 Lewo Leba Lembata. Halo Simon.
Miss?
Halo Simon.
Yes, Miss.
Yeah, Simon, how are you in this morning?
I'm good. How about you?
I'm doing good. Thank you for asking, Simon. Are you ready for your speech?
Yes, I'm ready.
Okay, great. Simon Sili from SMK Negeri 1 Lewo Leba Lembata, time is yours.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Salam, salve, Om Swastiastu, Namo Buddhaya, salam kebajikan. Dear Excellencies, the committees, the honorable juries, the honorable teacher, and my beloved friends here, good morning and nice to see you all. First of all, let's say thanks to the Almighty God because of His blessing, so we all can be here in the healthy condition to join this speech competition. MINC Monsili, as the representative from SMK Negeri 1 Lele Balambata, will deliver a speech entitled The Important Role of Young Voters in the 2024 Election. Ladies and gentlemen, young voters are those who are 17 until 21 years old and already have an electronic resident card. The young voters have extraordinary power to determine the future of this nation and where our country will go. Election is the important moment in our democratic system. This is the moment where we have the opportunity to cast our vote and elect the leader who will run the government in our country, Indonesia. However, there are also young voters who do not realize how important their role is in this election process. Young voters have a fresh perspective on creative and innovative ideas. They are a generation that grew and developed together with technology and easily accessible information. They have a great desire to make positive changes in society. By giving just one vote, young voters can influence state policy and can fight for issues they care about, such as education, the environment, and social equality. Besides that, young voters also have the potential to change political dynamics. In many cases, these young voters are not tied to particular political party and they are more likely to vote based on the values and issues they consider important. This makes their votes very valuable and can influence the outcome of the election. However, to be able to play an effective role, young voters need to be actively involved in the political process. They need to look for information about presidential, vice presidential candidates, legislative candidates, and political parties to understand issues that are currently being discussed in public discussion and debates. By doing this, they can make smart decisions based on good knowledge. Ladies and gentlemen, for this reason, I invite all young voters here to use our voting rights well and wisely. Don't waste this opportunity to give a vote that can influence the future of nation and state. Be an active voter and participate in this 2024 election. Remember that your voice has enormous power to create a positive change. Lastly, I would like to remind that the role of young voters does not end after the election ends. We need to continue to engage in the political process, monitor the performance of elected leaders, and remind them of the promise that they made before they were elected, so that we can ensure that our interests are well represented and the taken decisions are the best for all of us. Let's build a better future together by actively participating in this 2024 election. Thank you very much for your attention.
Yeah, thank you, Simon.
Sir.
Yeah, I want to ask you one simple question, Simon, from the title of your speech.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I would like to ask you one simple question from your speech. So, why are young voters important in the general election? Thank you.
Officer, thank you very much for your question. I think your question is very good, sir. Young voters is very important because young voters have a perspective and creative and innovative ideas. They are a generation that grew and developed together with technology and easily accessible information. Because by giving just one vote, young voters can influence and state policy and make a big change for our country, Indonesia. So I think why Young voters is very important for this election, sir. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Simon. Good luck.
Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you, Mr. Vicky and Simon Sili from SMA Negeri 1 Lewa-Lewa Lembata. You did a great job today. Thank you so much for your participation in this competition. Say hi to your teachers and friends there. Okay, we move to number 135. Angelina Annabel Libertin from SMK Setia Bakti Ruteng Manggarai. Hello, Angelina.
Hello.
Hello, how are you, Angelina?
I'm good. How about you?
I'm doing good. Thank you so much for asking, Angelina. Say hi to your friends behind you. Thank you for your support for Angelina. Angelina, are you ready for your speech?
Yes, I am.
Okay, great. Angelina Annabel Libertin from SMK Setia Bakti Ruteng Manggarai, time is yours.
The honorable judges, the teachers, and dearest friends. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Om Swastiastu, Shalom, Nama Budaya, Salam Kebajikan. Good morning. Before delivering my speech, I would like to introduce myself. My complete name is Angelina Annabel Libertin. You can call me Angie. Today, I want to deliver my speech about hoax-free election. Ladies and gentlemen, it's just a matter of weeks before the 2024 general election, which will be held on 14 February 2024. The closer the general election gets, the more news will circulate, especially news about the president and vice president candidates. This news is very useful for the public to be wiser in choosing the president candidates. However, this cannot be separated from the hoax news circulating regarding the general election. According to KBBI, hoaxes contain the meaning of false information or news in which the news has no source. Hoaxes can be interpreted as a false news or information that has no credible source or have been changed by irresponsible people. This hoax news was created with the aim of provoking its readers, causing cause, hatred, and even to bring someone down. This is because many Indonesian people are still unable to differentiate between true or false news. People still tend to immediately the news spread without intending to find out more where the source of the information comes from. The impact of false information during the general election period causes the democratic process and social order to be disrupted. Based on the 2024 Election Permanent Voter List, or DPT, determined by the General Election Commission, at least the 33.60% voters are the millennial voters, while the Gen Z is around 22.85% of the total DPT. The active participation of the young people is of course very important because young people are the future of the nation. The progress or decline of the nation or of country is largely determined by the young generation living today. There are various ways that can be done to eradicate the spread of hoax news that has spread throughout society. The fact that Gen Z is known as digital native, this makes using the digital platform is the best way to reach out and educate them about the general election. Therefore, one of the ways is to do fact-checking by using the digital media platform. Currently, the General Election Commission, or KPU, is collaborating with the Indonesian Cyber Media Association to provide fact-check on each of these institutions' website. Another official website that provides the hoax news regarding the general election is www.bijakmemilih.id. This website contains news regarding the general election in detail, easy to understand, and neutral. Ladies and gentlemen, the most important thing is the KPU must have the courage to impose sanctions on anyone who use any amount of the courage to spread the hoax news. One thing that can be done is to report the person who spread the false news. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, we are, as the young generation, must be more critical in searching for and responding to the news we get, so that we do not get caught up for the information as becoming as well of spreading the hoax news. We do this for the sake of better Indonesian democracy. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Angie. Yeah, hi, Angie. I would like to ask you one simple question, Angie.
Yeah, sir.
Yeah, Angie. So, Angie, what can you do to, Angie, my question is, what can you do to prevent hoax from the general election? Thank you.
Okay, thank you. So, in my opinion, before the spreading of the news, I would like to searching where the source of the information comes from. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Angie. Good luck.
Thank you, Mr. Vicky and Angelina Nobel Libertine from Mesamaka Setia Bakti Ruteng Manggarai. You did a great job. Thank you so much for your participation in this competition. Say hi to your teachers there. And we move to number 136, Eufrasia Nadia from SMA Negeri 5 Pocoranaka, Manggarai Timur. Eufrasia?
Yeah, I'm here.
Hello, good morning, Eufrasia. Hello, Eufrasia.
Hello.
Louder your voice, please, Eufrasia.
Hello, good morning, Mom.
Okay, great. Eufrasia, are you ready for your speech?
I'm ready.
Okay. Eufrasia Nadia from SMA Negeri 5 Pocoranaka, Manggarai Timur. Time is yours.
Good morning, honorable judges. Good morning, honorable teachers, and good morning for all of us. Thank you for the opportunity has been given to me. I'm Eufrasia Nadia from SMA Negeri 5 Pocoranaka, and today I will deliver my speech under the title Becoming Students Further Creating Quality and Democratic Elections. Ladies and gentlemen, just counting the days, Indonesian people will hold the democratic event, namely general elections. Long before the Democratic Party should take, the competition between the election participants seems to have been fierce. The political maneuvers are apparent in communication, negotiation, and even political acrobatics are shown by potential leaders. If you look carefully and critically, at least according to my observation, the bloody political competition at both national and local levels only show things that are not substantial in the context of democratic countries. There is no fight and debate over ideas and programs that are in direct contact with the needs of society. On several occasions during the presidential and vice presidential debate, it was very difficult for the public to make assessment for every idea put forward because the current of the debate was mutual scars and personal attack on the candidate. In other words, the public will difficult to find rationality for every idea raised. This pre-connection with tweeting collections is an early indication that what our future leaders thinking about is not the fate of their constituent people, but rather the narrow pragmatic interest. Meanwhile, fighting for access to state research and grant-seeking, and this is actually based on several facts of vulnerabilities of implementation and elections, such as the rise of money politics, identity politics, conflicts between supporters, and low voter participation. Ladies and gentlemen, of reality certainly a direct challenge to the prospect of democracy in our country. Implementing elections is a necessity in a democratic country. Elections can be indicators to determine the quality of democracy. So, the quality elections given, it serves also to determine the quality of democracy. In this case, our democracy is actually at stake to the implementation of elections. So, what can be done? In my opinion, the real practical and effective action that voters can take is to becoming sovereign voters. Becoming sovereign voters, it means that fighting the massive depolitication demos due to behavior of candidates for public office who are only focused on fighting for power. The rise of money politics is actually insult the power of the public who have policy choices objectively and independently. The people's votes are too expensive to only be bought by potential leaders who are hungry for power. Political money is a pathological reality in the democratic landscape that must be our common enemy. So, having a competition and idea and programs is a solution for various problems faced by people and consequence is necessary. Ladies and gentlemen, that's enough for the speech that I can deliver today. If there are any mistakes in my speech, I apologize. And I have a short message to all my friends here to become sovereign voters, create quality and democratic elections. And we can fight the massive depolitication on the candidates who are only focused and fighting for power. May we all be successful and happy people according to our respective standards. And thank you very much for the opportunity that's given to me as a graduate member. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Efrasia. So, Efrasia, I would like to ask you one simple question. What do you know about general election? Thank you.
General election is a place or space for people to choose the best candidate according to them. And democratic and general elections that implemented in Indonesia is the Pancasila democratic. Pancasila democratic, it means that the sovereign is on the hand of the people. And it means that from the people, by the people, and to the people. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Efrasia. Good luck.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Vicky and Eufrasia Nadia from SMA Negeri 5 Poco Ranaka, Manggarai Timur. You did a great job. Thank you so much for your participation in this competition. Okay, we move to number 137. Sirti Rambutanggu from SMK Negeri 1 Mamboro, Sumba Tengah. Hello, Sirti. Hello, Sirti.
Hello.
Hello, Sirti. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you.
Great. Are you ready for a speech?
Yes, I'm ready.
Sirti Rambutanggu from SMK Negeri 1 Mamboro, Sumba Tengah. Time is yours.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Let us offer thanks for the patience of God. Because of His mercy, we can gather in this place in good health. Let me introduce myself. I'm Sirvi Rambutanggu. I come from SMK Negeri 1 Mamboro. The Honorable of the Judge, the Honorable of the Teacher, all of my friends, all of the audience will always be guided by the guide. Thanks for the chance given to me to speak in front of you. It's about important role of young fathers in election. Ladies and gentlemen, according to Law Number 10 of 2008, in Chapter 4, Article 19, Paragraph 1 and 2, and Article 20 state that what is meant by novice voters is an Indonesian citizen who on the day of election or voting, who has received the age of 17 years and or over or has been married, who has the vote, and previously didn't include fathers due to the province of the election law. Ladies and gentlemen, simultaneous election will be held in 2024 on February 14, 2024. Practically in 2 years, Indonesia will hold a Democratic Party making into scenes among politicals competing in attracting voters, especially novice voters. A number of surveys show that millennial and Generation Z are predicted to be the large proportion in the 2024 election. Young voters or millennial voters are voters with an age range between 17 until 37 years. In the 2024 election, it is predicted that the number of young voters will increase. But another problem that can occur in the participation of young voters in the Democratic Party. They can also have the opportunity to become contributors to golput in the 2024. Ladies and gentlemen, understanding young voters in the device that can reach them is an advantage, especially with the presence of digital media such as social media. Social media is considered to be a powerful weapon to attract novice voters, is an advantage especially. In the 2024 simultaneous election will be held in 2024. Campaign strategies using social media is considered such as Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Telegram, and the like are expected to be a connected bridge between candidates in the 2024 election and their constituent candidate. Ladies and gentlemen, participation is a series of activities that influence direct or indirect. Community participation that aims to influence government policies relate to the interests of novice voters is an Indonesian citizen. Ladies and gentlemen, that is all my speech. Ideally, what have I said a mistake? I'm sorry, and thank you for your nice attention.
Yeah, thank you very much, Serti. Yeah, Serti, I would like to ask you one simple question from your speech. So what do you mean by a novice voter? Thank you.
Sorry, pardon me?
Yeah, hello, Serti. Can you hear my voice clearly, Serti? Can you hear my voice? Serti, hello,
Yes.
Serti. Yeah, what do you mean by a novice voter? Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Novice voters is an young voters is an advantage, especially with the presence with an age between candidates is an 17 until 7 years.
Yeah, thank you, Septi. Good luck.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Vicky and Sirtir Rambutanggu from SMK Negeri 1 Mamboro, Sumba Tengah. You did a great job. Thank you so much for your participation. Say hi to your friends behind you. Thank you for support, Sirti, and hope that you guys join the competition in the next year. Okay, we move to number 138. Katarina Mary Clara Sawu from SMS Katolik Frateran Podor, Flores Timur. Hello, Katarina.
Hello.
Hello, Katarina. How are you?
I'm fine. And
Great.
you?
Are you ready for your speech?
Yes.
Okay, Katarina Mary Clara Sawu from SMS Katolik Frateran Podor, Flores Timur. Time is yours.
The honorable judges, my dear friends, the contestants of this competition. In short, the audience whom I honor. Hello, my name is Katarina Mary Carla Sau, and I am the representative from Frateran Podor Catholic Senior High School. Good morning, greeting for all of us. Ladies and gentlemen, I personally would like to thank you for the opportunity and trust given to me to deliver a speech entitled Unlocking Potential, the Importance of Young Voters' Participation. Hearing or mentioning the phrase young voters will immediately spring up the Gen Z and millennials into our mind. You can imagine how potential the young generations as record the histories since the struggle of our country in the colonial era to be independent and reformed. Then, how is it now? How that Indonesia young generation participation democratic life, especially political life right now? Ladies and gentlemen, the potential beside by the young generation is no longer referring to physical power to fight against colonialism. Since the independence and reformations era, the potential comes within the power of all citizen voice during election. On the 2024 democratic process is getting closer. Since the independence and colonials era, in this situation, what should Indonesia young generation do to achieve the expectation for a better future? On this occasion, I would like to offer several reminders that young Indonesian colleges On this occasion, I would like offer several reminders the young Indonesian colleges reaching deeply. On this occasion, I would like to offer several reminders the young Indonesian voters college must reaching deeply to completely their potential. First, the participations of young voters is vital. It's vital. Nation's futures as it ensures a more inclusive, dynamic, and forward political landscape that takes into account the needs and aspirations for all citizens, both present and futures. Hence, do not abstain. Choosing means you have choosing means you have to a great responsibility towards the risk. However, choose not to choose isn't considered choice. Therefore, all citizens must choose observe the choices you have seriously to avoid regret. Second, as the future's leaders and decision makers, young voters have a long-term stake that the policies and decisions made today. Therefore, government must be able to facilitate political education for all young voters. Finally, ladies and gentlemen, let's carry out the elections democratically, transparently, and fairly. We are Indonesian youth. The participations of Democratic Party is we are Indonesians youth. The success course of this nation's future's leadership relay. I invite all of us to vote I invite all of us to use your vote as best as possible and choose the leader who can lead this nation to a society that is physical and mentally prosperous. Congratulations on the 2024 election. My beloved audience, that's all about my speech. Hopefully, it will be useful for us. For all young voters, keep struggling. The future is ours. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Katarina. Hello, Katarina.
Hello.
Yeah, I would like to ask you one question, Katarina.
Sure.
Yeah, can you give us one example of political education?
Can you repeat the question?
Yeah, Katrina. So I ask you to provide us with one example of political education. Thank you. Hi, Katrina.
Hello. The example is seminar education to society, the efficient missions program, the DED program for president. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Katrina. Good luck.
Thank you, Mr. Vicky and Katarina Mary Clara Sawu from SMIS Catholic Frateran Prodor, Flores Timor. You did a wonderful job today. Thank you so much. We move to number 139, Maxima Ariesta Elnovalai from SMIS Catholic Kejora Riung. Hello, Maxima.
Hello.
Hello, how are you, Maxima?
Good. How about you?
Oh, I'm doing good. Thank you for asking. Maxima, it seems that you have a problem with the internet connection. Okay, are you ready for the speech, Maxima?
Yes, I'm ready.
Okay, Maxima Ariesta Elnovalai from SMIS Catholic Kejora Riung. Time is yours.
Thank you. Different choices are normal. The most important thing is Indonesia forever. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Shalom. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Safe. Om Swastiastu. Namo Buddhaya. Salam Kebajikan. The Honorable Head of the Education and Culture Department of East Nusa Tenggara. The Honorable Daily Head of Poskupang. The Honorable, the judges, and all the participants in the English Speech Competition 2024. Thanks to Almighty God because we are still allowed to attend English Speech Competition in good health without any deficiencies. Let me introduce myself. My name is Maxima Ariesta Elnovalai. You can call me Nova. I'm from SMIS Catholic Kejora Riung, and I'm 10th grade. Today, I want to deliver my short speech about peace and democratic elections. Ladies and gentlemen, general elections, the ideal, is a transition and change of sovereignty. In this transition, the discourse that is put forward is a discourse about hope, not a discourse that creates hatred, discourse that spreads slander, and which also causes horizontal conflict. General elections are essentially a learning process in the context of the nation's maturation. The election is also a testing moment for all elements of the nation regarding how far democratic values have become part of the identity of the Indonesian. The democratic values refer to our resolving disputes peacefully, ensuring peaceful change, orderly change of first few elements of as possible in making, implementing, and enforcing political decisions, recognizing the value of diversity, recognizing and warranting its upholding justice, as well as advanced science. Therefore, in elections, there is a prohibition on discussing issues of race and religion, and also a prohibition on creating hate narratives in order to create a peaceful and democratic elections. Ladies and gentlemen, I believe that all of us present agree that elections are a big that requires passion from all elements of the nation, starting from the individual level. In general elections, people will be seen as equal and have the same right to determine the future. For this reason, it is hoped that we can become intelligent voters, free from temptation and influence, know the figure criteria, and not abstain. The government itself has always been committed to maintaining a conduciveness and security during the elections. So, on this auspicious occasion, I invite you, in accordance with the limits of your respective authorities and areas of affairs, to firstly help ensure that peaceful elections is not merely interpreted as a slogan, but rather as an effort to create a conducive atmosphere during the entire series of election stages. Secondly, are willing to agree that peaceful elections. Secondly, are willing to agree that maintaining peace during the election. Secondly, are willing to agree that peace maintaining during the election is the collective responsibility of all elements of the nation without exception. And thirdly, help ensure that all elements involved in political decision and campaign activities can carry out their roles without injuring the self-respect and dignity of each party, including their political opponents. Let's work together so that the 2024 elections can be proof that society is smart in politics, as well as a celebration of our maturity as an Indonesian. Let's unite to maintain the peaceful elections in 2024. Different choices are normal. The most important thing is Indonesia forever. Ladies and gentlemen, before I end this speech, I would like to quote an ancient proverb that we today's students may rarely hear. If there is a broken needle, don't keep it in the box. If there is a wrong word, don't keep it in your heart. That's all, and thank you for attention. Good day. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Salve. Om Santi 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 Om. Namo Buddhaya. Salam Kebajikan.
Yeah, thank you, Maxima. Yeah, hello, Maxima. I would like to ask you one question. Maxima, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Okay, my question is how to create a peaceful election. Thank you.
Sorry, can you repeat your question?
Okay, the question is how to create a peaceful election. Thank you.
Sorry, I can't hear you clearly. Can you repeat?
Yeah, Maxima, in your opinion, what can you do to create a peaceful election in your hometown? Thank you.
Are willing to agree that peaceful elections is not merely interpreted as a slogan, but rather as an effort to create a conducive atmosphere during the entire series of election stages. Secondly, are willing to agree that the Maintaining peace during the elections is the collective responsibility of all elements of the nation without exception. And thirdly, help ensure that all elements involved in political campaign activities can carry out their roles without injuring the self-respect and dignity of each party, including their political opponents.
Okay, thank you,
That's all I
Maxima.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Mr. Vicky and Maxima Ariasta El Novalai from SMS Catholic Kejora Riung. You did a wonderful job. Thank you so much, Maxima. Thank you also for your participation in this competition. Say hi to your friends and teachers there. Okay, we move to number 140. Kenneth Yehezkiel Emmanuel Betty from SMA Negeri 1 Pandawai, Sumba Timur. Hello, Kenneth. Hello, Kenneth. Kenneth Yehezkiel Emmanuel Betty.
Hello.
Hello, Kenneth. Finally, I can hear you. How are you, Kenneth?
I'm very good. Thank you for asking.
Great. Are you ready for your speech, Kenneth?
Yes, I'm ready.
Okay, Kenneth Yehezkiel Emmanuel Betty from SMA Negeri 1 Pandawai, Sumba Timur. Time is yours.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, good morning, Shalom, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, Om Swastiastu, Namo Buddhaya, Salve, Salam Kebajikan. Whom I respect the judges, the moderator, and all the audiences. First of all, let us give thanks to God for His grace that we can attend this English speech competition in good health today. Let me introduce myself. I am Kenneth Yehezkiel Emmanuel Betty from SMA Negeri 1 Pandawai, East Sumba. In this opportunity, I would like to tell you my speech about hoax-free election. Ladies and gentlemen, as we all know that in Indonesia, the campaign period has begun. There are 17 parties fighting in the electoral district to gain as much public trust as possible to gain position and be able to occupy 20,462 seats, both in central, provincial, and district levels. There are also 3 presidential and vice presidential candidates competing for the hearts of the people and assuming national leadership or becoming president and vice president for Indonesia. However, be careful. Hoaxes can be a stumbling block for democracy. The public should have access to the widest possible range of objective information so they can decide who to vote for. In Indonesia, which is a democratic country, the sovereignty is in the public hands. So that's why the people's decision will determine the sustainability of Indonesia's development for the next 5 years. Recently, elections have often experienced distractions. These occur in line with the widespread use of hoaxes in every political moment. It is almost certain that in every election momentum since the 2014 presidential election has always been marked by hoaxes. The contents are varied, starting from issues of religion, ethnicity, criminals, and so on. These issues are circulating on the social media such as Facebook, WhatsApp group, Instagram, etc. Ladies and gentlemen, in Article 69 of Law No. 10 of 2016 concerning regional election, it is clearly regulated that prohibitions in campaigning include inciting, slandering, pitting political parties, individuals, and community groups against each others. If this hoax politics continues to be carried out in every election, it is certain that the future of our democracy will be very marked. How could it not be? Apart from having the value of provocation and public incitement, hoaxes are also an attempt to fool the public, because people are forced to believe in information whose truth cannot be verified. The effect is extraordinary, because hoax news is usually shared repeatedly via social media so that the public believes it to be the truth. Seeing the complexity of the causes of hoaxes in every democratic event today, the question arises, is it possible to have an election without hoaxes? It is very possible that the hoaxes can be eliminated when the political elites have maturity in politics and prioritize the integrity of the nations. Because politics are not only about lose and win, but also how to maintain the social stability and cohesiveness. Because political success is not measured by the power one achieves, but it can be seen from political stability. This can be done with the political education in society so that a dignified democratic playing will be built. Ladies and gentlemen, social media can access various groups and become a hotbed for spreading hoaxes. So people must be more careful in sorting and selecting appropriate news. That's all my speech that I can deliver today. If there are any mistakes, either in my speech or my movements in delivering my speech, I apologize profusely to everyone who witnessed it. Thank you very much for your kindness, attention, and presence.
Yeah, thank you, Kenneth. Yeah, Kenneth, I would like to ask you one simple question, Kenneth.
Yes.
So, yeah, what do you mean by hoax?
Hoax, okay. Thank you so much for your kindness question. So I would like to answer your question about what is hoax. So in my opinion, hoax is a false news that shared in the social media by the people who cannot responsible with their news. So they just spreading the hoaxes. They just tell the false news to the people on social media, as well as I told you before, and social media such as Facebook, WhatsApp group, Instagram, and it's always like shared repeatedly so that the public and the people like say that they will believe it to be the truth, and then it can make the people or an attempt to fool people, because as what I say that they force for the people to believe the information whose truth cannot be verified. Thank you so much for the time.
Yeah, thank you, Kenneth. Good luck.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Mr. Vicky and Kenneth Yahskiel Emmanuel Betty from SMA Negeri 1 Pandawai, Sumba Timur. Very impressive. Thank you so much for your participation in this competition.
Thank you.
Okay, we move to number 141. Ferdiana Suarez Gonzaga from SMA Negeri Raimanuk Belu. Hello, Ferdiana. Hello, Ferdiana. Ferdiana Suarez, hello.
Hi, Miss.
Hi, Ferdiana. How are you?
I'm very good.
Okay, great. Ferdiana, are you ready for the speech?
Yes, I'm ready.
Okay, Ferdiana Suarez Gonzaga from SMA Negeri Raimanuk Belu, time is yours.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Om Swastiastu, Namo Buddhaya, Salam Kebajikan. My name is Frediana Suarez Gonzaga. I am student in Remanok Senior High School. Today, I'd like to deliver my speech about peace and democratic election. With all due respect to the honorable judges, all the contestants of English speech competition 2024, and all the audience, here I'm greeting for you all. First of all, let's pray and thanks into God Almighty, who has been giving us some mercies and blessings, so we can attend and gather in this place with good condition and happy situation. Ladies and gentlemen, I am very respectful, as we all know that we will hold a 5-year routine, namely the general election. For this reason, as citizens are required to exercise our right to vote. Choosing a leader is a liability for all of us, as we all. For that, let us determine it's of our choice based on our choice of conscience, which is certainly not of origin, choosing the leader of the nation. Because this really needs leader who can provide a change and can also solve its problem that is banned and will be fed by this great Indonesian nation. My brother, sister, countrymen, and men of weather, because it is an absolute obligation for us as citizens who have a responsibility to use our choice things. When the time comes for the election, I strongly encourage it all of them to wish to use each of the voting rights granted. A dynamic and sense of responsibility of a citizen, a thing that shows a nation as an advanced person. In other words, if we expect a change and development for this beloved nation, then of course we must be able to choose the right to direct this nation to a much better direction, to beloved country to a better level. Ladies and gentlemen, I highly respect. Election will only be held within 5 years. So let us spend time using our rights and certainly not absent tense. It is definitely a wrong attitude, of course, if we are more concerned with work than coming to polling station to use our rights. Let's always support the movement of change towards a better direction for a great country and nation, one of them by not being citizens who do not want exercise the right to vote. Let us determine our choice according to our conscience objectively. Ladies and gentlemen, I think enough. That's all my speech. I do hope that my speech will be useful in our life, in this world and hereafter. The last I say, no human is perfect, because the perfection only belongs to God. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Om Swastiastu, Namo Buddhaya, Salam Kebajikan. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Frediana. Hello, Frediana. I would like to ask you a question. Yeah, Frediana, what? Yeah, Frediana, can you hear me, Frediana?
Yes, sir. Yes,
Okay.
Mr. Teacher.
Yeah, okay. My question is, what is the minimum age for someone to vote in the general election? Thank you.
Because 17 years old.
Okay, thank you, Frediana. Good luck.
You are welcome.
Thank you, Mr. Vicky. Thank you, Frediana Suarez Gonzaga from SMA Negeri Raimanuk Belu. You did a great job. Say hi to your friends behind you. Hope they can join the competition next year with Poskopang. Okay, we move to number 142. Elizabeth Celine de Mercy from SMAN Negeri 1 Maumere. Hello, Elizabeth.
Hello, can you hear my voice?
Hello, I can hear your voice, Elizabeth. How are you?
I've been quite well.
Great. Are you ready for your speech?
Yes, I am.
Okay, Elizabeth Celine de Mercy from SMAN Negeri 1 Maumere. Time is yours.
Good morning to all of us. Salve, Shalom, Assalamualaikum, Om Swastiastu, Namo Buddhaya, peace be upon us all. First of all, let us give praise and gratitude to God Almighty. Because of His love, we're still given the breath until now. Dear my honorable educators, Poskopang, my dear, as the organizer of this wonderful competition, teacher, friends, all ladies and gentlemen, allow me to introduce myself. I am Elizabeth Celine Mercy from SMA Negeri 1 Maumere, and I'm going to present you a speech by title Peaceful and Loving Election from the theme of Peace and Democratic Election. Ladies and gentlemen whom I respect, on 14 February 2024, Indonesia will hold general election, which is exact with Valentine's Day, to elect the new executive leader and legislative council of Indonesia country. So, the presidential and legislative election will be held at the same time. We need new leader figures who are able to lead and bring our nation of Indonesian country to the best direction change. We must be able to judge and choose the new leader as captain who are able to make Indonesia more advanced and developed in every sectors. The new country leader that we will choose must be seriously and truly in struggle for the welfare of Indonesian people entirely. Furthermore, the new state leader must have a good competence and responsibility to make Indonesia more advanced and developed in every sector. In this moment, I am, as a good citizen of Indonesia, invite all of us to success the general election, peaceful, that is going to be held on 14 February 2024 in this near future. Let us use our vote kindly and honestly, according to our conscience, because a good leader is come from people, by people, and for people. My honorable audience, we know that our country is a democratic country, which based on our basic state of Pancasila or the 5 principles of nation. On fourth precepts in Pancasila, there is listed that democracy under the wise guidance of representative consultations. So let us uphold the principles of democracy in general election, which based on luber judicial. That means the general election must be based on the principles of direction, general, free, confidential, honest, and fair. We have to use our vote kindly, without any interference from any side of which and whoever. Just by that way, we can success the general election consciously and responsibly as a good citizen of Indonesia. How much better it is to show that we respect to each other among us because of the difference of political choice. The difference in political choice is a prerogative right of every individual as a citizen of Indonesia. The difference of political choice must not become a source of division of our country. Although we are different, but that is all for the welfare of our nation. let us keep the unity and union of our country by the general election become a success and peaceful. Just like Kapolri General Listio Sigit Prabowo stated that in running the general election, all nation elements must keep to maintain the unity and union for our country. And we may have difference of political choice, but the unity and union must be the priority. Therefore, let us keep the general election safe and peaceful to show the entire world that Indonesian democracy is an established, modern, and secure for getting a new national leader of Indonesian nation. Thus, that is the speech that I can convey. Hopefully, the general election will running smoothly, loving in general election, which is exact with Valentine's Day. Thank you for your time and attention, and apologize if there are some words those are not pleasing to the listeners. Good morning, Salve, Shalom, Assalamualaikum, Om Santi Santi, Namo Buddhaya, peace be upon us all.
Yeah, Elizabeth, thank you. So now I would like to ask you one question from your speech, Elizabeth.
Okay.
Yeah, so Elizabeth, what can we do to create a peaceful general election? Thank you.
So, thank you for the time, and I will answer your question. We have to do like love each other and respect each other. Just like we know that in general election, it's exactly Valentine's Day, no? And in this day, it's full of love and appreciate to each other. In this case, I want to make a relation about the democracy and love. So we must be one people who can choose the leaders that can lead our country in the best direction chance, and of course to continue the development that has been initiated and done by the former leaders. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Elizabeth. Good luck.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Mr. Vicky, and thank you, Elizabeth Celine de Mercy from SMA Negeri 1 Maumere. Very impressive. Thank you so much for your participation in this competition. Say hi to your teachers behind you.
Hello, teachers and friends.
Okay, we move to number 143. Tiara Renata Effendi from SMA Katolik Surya Atambua.
Hello. Good morning.
Good morning, Tiara. How are you?
Very good. Can you hear my voice clearly then?
Yes, of course. I can hear your voice very clearly here. Tiara, are you ready for your speech?
Yes, I am.
Okay, Tiara Renata Effendi from SMA Katolik Surya Atambua. Time is yours.
Good morning for the honorable judges and my honorable audiences. Thank you for watching me in this event today. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Shalom, Om Swastiastu, Namo Buddhaya, Weide Dongkien, salam sejahtera bagi kita semua. I'm Tiara Renata Effendi from Catholic Senior High School, Surya Atambua. Ladies and gentlemen, today I stand before you to address the crucial role that the young voters play in shaping the future of our nation. The power of the electoral process is undeniable, and their voices must be heard. Our nation's success relies on the freshly perspective and the innovative ideas, also and the patience that the young voters bring to the table. As we approach the upcoming election day, it is essential for us to recognize the potential impact from this vibrant demographic. A vibrant demographic refers to a lively and diverse population with a various group of ages, ethnicities, and the backgrounds. It signifies a group or society that is rich mixed by the cultural richness. The young voters are not just the futures. They are an integral part of the present. Their ideas, their concerns, and their aspirations deserve a prominent place in the policies that govern in our country. It's time for us to bridge the generational gap and embrace the diversity of thought that the young voters inject into our political landscape. I urge all the candidates to participate with the young voters, to listen to their ideas and address the issues that matter most to them. In doing so, we not only strengthen our democracy, we can also ensure a more inclusive and representative government. Because engaging with the young voters goes beyond mere outreach with involving dialogues that is meaningful. Social media is their town hall, and they still expect the candidates to not only be present, but can authentically address their issues more so conscious. To the young voters, I want to say this. Your vote is your voice, and your voice matters. Your decision today will shape the trajectory of our nation tomorrow. Do not underestimate the influence that you hold in shaping the policies that align with the values and aspirations. Your vote of amplified when the candidates wants to actively listen, wants to actively learn, and wants to actively respond to the intricate tapestry that is woven by this generation. Let us work together to create a political environment where every citizen, and regardless of age, feels empowered to participate in the democratic process. Together, we can build the future of collective will and the vision of all generations. As we move close to the election day, let us celebrate the diversity, the vibrancy, and the aspirations of the young voters, because they are not just the future, they are not just statisticians, they are the active architects of the future that we are building together. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Tiara. So, Tiara, so you, as a young voter, what can you do to persuade your friends to participate in the general election on the 14th of February 2004? Thank you.
What can I do is to make the decision that is right and cannot be changed. So for the young voters, they could make the future better with their decision that is undeniable today.
Okay, thank you, Tiara. Good luck.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Vicky and Tiara Renata Effendi from SMA Catholic Surya Atambua. You did a wonderful job today. Say hi to your friends behind you. Thank you for your participation in this competition. We move to number 144, Diandra Stefani Villanova from SMA Negeri 1 Rindi Umalulu, Sumba Timur. Hello, Diandra. Hello, Diandra. Diandra Stefani, hello.
Hello.
Hello, Diandra. Good morning, Diandra.
Good morning, Miss.
Good morning. How are you, Diandra? Halo, Diandra. Diandra, do you have any problem with the internet connection there? Hello, Diandra? Diandra, do you hear me? Diandra, do you hear my voice? Hello, Diandra, if you hear my voice, please raise your hand. It seems that Diandra has a problem with the internet connection, committee. Hello, Diandra.
Hello.
Hello, Diandra. How are you, Diandra?
Hello.
Hello, Diandra. Do you hear my voice, Diandra?
Yes.
Okay. Is my voice clear enough for you there?
Yes.
Okay, great. Are you ready for your speech, Diandra?
Yes, I am.
Okay, Diandra Stephanie Villanova from SMA Negeri 1 Rindi Umalulu, Sumba Timur. Time is yours.
Morning, everyone. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Shalom, Om Swastiastu, Namo Buddhaya, Salam Kebajikan, Salve Rahayu. The Honorable Jury of English Speech Competition, the Honorable Committee of Speech Competition, the respectable all of audience that I'm proud of. Thank you for giving me a chance to say a few words. Before delivering my speech, let me introduce myself. My full name is Diandra Stephanie Villanova. You may call me Diandra. I am in 11th grade from Science Program of Public Senior High School 1 of Rindi Umalulu in East Sumba District. First of all, let's say thanks to God because of His mercy, we can join together the English speech competition that is presented by Harian Pasukan and Education and Cultural Services. In the speech contest from the topic Peace and Democratic Election, I'll bring a speech with the peace and democratic election. Ladies and gentlemen, this year is known by political year for Indonesian citizens because the Democratic Party will soon be held. Election is an instrument and a real manifestation of government. Election or general election is a democracy tool to create a system of government that is sovereign by the people. The state government formed through this election is the government of the people, carried out according to the will of the people and used for the welfare of the people. Then what is called by peaceful election? According to Association for Election and Democracy, peaceful election is election in which no state apparatus, security apparatus, and law enforcement apparatus abuse of certain candidates. Thus, if we look at the present and previous elections, it can be seen that what is defined is not in accordance with reality. That there is a problem where the election organizers themselves are not complying and cannot be natural requests. Ladies and gentlemen, on this occasion, I invite you, in accordance with the limits of your respective authorities, and fields of affairs. First, help ensure that the peaceful election is not merely interpreted as a slogan, but rather as an effort to create a conducive atmosphere during the entire series of the election stages. Second, be willing to agree that maintaining peace during the election is the collective responsibility of all elements of the nation without exception. And third, help ensure that all elements involved in political campaign activities can carry out the rules without injuring the self-respect and dignity of each party, including their political opponents. Likewise, it's not the time for the campaign period to be filled activities that are unproductive and have the potential to cause unrest that society. Let's work together so that the 2024 election can be proof that society has become smarter in politics, as well as the celebration of our maturity as an Indonesian nation. At last, I apologize if I explain my speech. There are some words that make too hard. This is my last argument. I hope what I say in my speech can bring more advantages in our life. Thank you and have a nice day. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Shalom. Om Santi Santi Om. Namo Buddhaya. Salam kebajikan. Salve Rahayu.
Okay, great. Thank you, Diandra. So, Diandra, can you hear my voice? Can you hear my voice clearly?
Yes.
Okay, Diandra, my question is, how many political parties that are going to participate in the general election on February the 14th, 2024? Thank you.
Thank you for asking me. Can you repeat it?
So, Diandra, I asked you about the number of the political parties that are going to be participants in the general election on February the 14th, 2024. So how many?
$17.
Okay, thank you,
parties.
Diandra. Good luck.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you Mr. Vicky and Diandra Stephanie Villanova from SMA Negeri 1 Rindi, Umalulu, Sumba Timur. You did a great job. Thank you so much for your participation in this competition. We move to number 145, Agatha Dewi Taseran from SMA Negeri 1 Malaka Barat.
Yes.
Hello, Agatha.
Hello.
Hello, how are you?
I'm fine, thanks.
Great. Are you ready for your speech?
Yes, I am.
Okay, Agatha Dewi Taseran from SMA Negeri 1 Malaka Barat. Time is yours.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Shalom. Om Swastiastu. Namo Buddhaya. Goodwill greeting to all of us. Salve. Good morning to all of us. Before I start my speech, allow me to introduce myself. My name is Agatha Dewi Taseran from State High School 1 West Malaka. And on this occasion, I would like to talk about the importance of peaceful election and democracy in building a strong and just country. Ladies and gentlemen, peaceful elections are the important moment where we as citizens are given the opportunity to participate in the decision-making process that affect our lives. Peaceful elections are very important principles in maintaining state stability and security. This means that during the election process, we must uphold democratic values, respect the opinions and rights of others, and reject all forms of violence or intimidation. Peaceful elections are a strong foundation for building a harmonious and respectful society. Ladies and gentlemen, democracy is a system of government in which power is in the hands of the people. This means that every citizen has the same right to participate in the decision-making process that affect their lives. Democracy gives us the opportunity to voice opinion, criticize the government, and participate in making public policy. However, democracy also requires responsibility from every citizen. We must be intelligent and informed voters, do research about the candidate we will vote for, and elect leaders who have integrity, vision, and commitment to serving society well. Ladies and gentlemen, peaceful election and democracy is a strong foundation for building a just, prosperous, and just country. In election, we have the opportunity to elect leaders who will represent and fight for the interests of all of us. In a democracy, we have the opportunity to participate in decision-making that affect our lives. So, let's keep the election peaceful and support democracy wholeheartedly. Let's use our voting right wisely, participate in political process, and contribute to building a better country. Together, we can create a better future for all of us. Let's elect national leaders and state officials, not because they are popular, but because they are good, true, and committed. This is all I can say. Hopefully, this can be useful for all of us and help us to be able to choose the best leader for our beloved country. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Agatha. Yeah, hi, Agatha. I would like to ask you one question, Agatha.
Yes, please.
Yeah, Agatha, what do you mean by peaceful democracy? Peaceful of democracy. Apa yang dipikirkan tentang?
Okay, democracy, in my opinion, democracy is a system of government in which power is in the hands of the people. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Agatha. Good luck.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Mr. Vicky and Agatha Dewita Seran from SMA Negeri 1 Malaka Barat. You did a great job today. Thank you so much for your participation in this competition. Say hi to your teachers in your school. Okay, we move to number 146. Wantisima Citra Rosani Baok from SMA Negeri 1 Amarasi Selatan. Halo Citra.
Hello.
Hi, how are you, Citra?
I'm fine.
Great. Are you ready for the speech?
Yes, I'm ready.
Okay, Wantisima Citra Rosani Bauk from SMA Negeri 1 Amarasi Selatan. Time is yours.
Good morning, honorable judges and listener of my speech. My name is Wantisima Citra Rosani Bauk. I am from SMA Negeri 1 Amarasi Selatan. In this beautiful moment, I would like to deliver a speech about peace and democratic elections. Honorable judges and audiences, Indonesia, as one of the most democratic countries in the world, in February 2024, will hold a democratic party that is organized once every 5 years to strengthen national unity. All residents are enthusiastic about welcoming the upcoming elections. Chance to become a better nation is a dream for all Indonesians. Everyone, of course, wants the elections to run peaceful, respect each other's different and respect prospective leader that they choose. Ensuring peaceful elections is the responsibility of not only the government, but also the community, both at home and abroad. Hence, all citizens are urged to play an active role in maintaining unity during the elections. Several states in the nation are ready to secure the 2024 elections in order to create peaceful elections. Honorable judges and audiences, say for example, the Ministry of Communications and Informatics or Kominfo anticipates that the robot program could potentially become a threat during the 2024 elections. Kominfo formulated regulations on the ownership of both platforms, so the parties owning these applications are limited in their use. National Police General Listio Sigit Prabowo and Commander of the Indonesian National Army Forces or TNI, Admiral Yudo Margono, invited the entire community to participate in maintaining and creating a safe and peaceful situation during the 2024 elections. He emphasized the importance of the TNI and Polri, maintaining neutrality in the elections as the key to the success of peaceful elections. Compared to proposed elections, one of the differences in the elections is the dominance of young voters. Based on a release from the General Elections Commission or COPE, the combinations of millennial generations and Z generations is more than 50% of the total voters on the final voter list. This, of course, makes young voters a target of the champions, so that it will become the conditions for forming the narrative of supply and demand in the 2024 elections. Honorable judges and audiences, the question is, what about students as young generations, also as the young voters, as the dominant voters must do to make the elections done safely and peace? At school, as a student, we learn not only to get knowledge, but also we learn to have good attitude in our life. As young voters who mix up with elections, we need to respect those others' ideas and opinion, and also respect to what they choose without any complaint. Young voters also should not act like following the crowd and being opportunistic. Young people can participate in the elections in a real way, be selective in choosing capable leaders, aspirational and accommodating. That is a good attitude. Honorable audiences, by doing this, we can maintain stability and peace during the 2024 elections, so that Indonesia can continue to progress toward realizing the visions of Indonesia Emas 2045 with full unity and integrity. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Wastisma.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah, Wastisma, I would like to ask you one simple question from your speech. So the question is, what can we do to keep a peaceful election? Thank you.
Can you repeat again, sir?
Yeah, Wastisma, what can we do to keep a peaceful election? Thank you.
these peaceful elections, we can respect others' idea, opinions, and not act like following the crowd and being opportunistic. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Wastisma. Good luck.
Yes, thank you. You're welcome.
Thank you, Mr. Vicky and Wantisma Citra Rosani Bauk from SMA Negeri 1 Amarasi Selatan, Kabupaten Kupang. You did a great job. Thank you so much for your participation in this competition. Say hi to your teachers and your friends in your school.
Yes, thank you.
Okay, we move to number 147. Cendi Banu Naik from SMK Negeri Sunu, Timur Tengah Selatan. Okay, judges, we have an information from the committee that Cendi has a problem with the internet connection. So we move back to number 127. 127. Gilbert Christian Delon Oi from SMA Kristen Payete, Sumba Timur. Hello, Gilbert. Hello, Gilbert. Hello, Gilbert.
Hello, Miss.
Hello, Gilbert. Finally, how are you?
I'm fine. How are you?
I'm great. Thank you so much for asking. Gilbert, are you ready for your speech?
Yes, I'm ready.
Okay. Gilbert Christian Delon Oi from SMA Kristen Payete, Sumba Timur. Time is yours.
Morning. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Shalom, Om Swastiastu, Namo Buddhaya, dan salam kebajikan. The Honorable to the Governor of East Nusa Tenggara Province or representative official, the Honorable to Head of Education Service or representative official, and their staff, the Honorable to Head of Director of Post Kupang, the Honorable to Principal of High School and Vocational Schools, the Honorable to the judges. In short, all audience who participation on this competition that I'm proud. But first, let me introduce myself. My name is Gilbert Christian Delon Oi, and I'm from Christian Senior High School, Payete. And now I'm standing here to speak about peaceful and democratic elections. Ladies and gentlemen, why peaceful and democratic elections are so important? Because democracy opens up space for society in state management. In a democracy, all levels of society enjoy the same opportunities for involvement, rights, and obligations. In a democracy, in addition, democracy will provide greater opportunities for our need to be met by state. Why so? The reason is that with involvement, we can easily aspire to our interest in determining the policies taken by the state for our welfare by implementing a peaceful and democratic general election system. Therefore, I invite all of us to implement a democratic system that is healthy, honest, and peaceful. On the other hand, it gives people the freedom to choose according to their conscience without any coercion from other parties, either materially or morally. Thereby, creating peaceful and democratic general election system is also good, so as to create a peaceful democracy that is direct, public, and confidential. Ladies and gentlemen, general elections are essentially a learning process in the context of the nation's maturation. The election is also a testing moment for all elements of the nation regarding how far democratic values have become part of identity of Indonesian nation. The democratic values refer to our resolving disputes peacefully and voluntarily, ensuring peaceful change, orderly change of rulers, as few elements of coercion as possible in making, implementing, and enforcing political decisions. Recognizing the values of diversity, recognizing and guaranteeing its upholding. Justice, as well as infant science, I believe that all of us present here agree that peaceful action are a big word that require participation from all elements of the nation, starting from the individual level. The government itself has committed to maintaining competitiveness and security during the elections. So, on this good chance, I invite all of us to, first, help ensure that the peaceful election is not merely interpreted as a slogan, but rather as an effort to create a conducive atmosphere during the entire series of election stages. Second, be willing to agree that maintaining peace during the election is the collective responsibility of all elements of the nation, without exception. And third, help ensure that all elements involved in political campaign activities can carry out their roles without injuring the self-respect and dignity of each party, including their political opponent. Likewise, it is not the time for the campaign period to be filled with activities that are unproductive and have the potential to cause unrest in society. Ladies and gentlemen, let's work together so that the 2024 election can be proof that society is more in politics as well as a celebration of our maturity as an Indonesian nation. That is all of my speech and thank you. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Shalom, salam sejahtera, salves, Om Santi Om, Namo Buddhaya, dan salam kebajikan.
Yeah, thank you, Gilbert. Yeah, Gilbert, can you hear my voice clearly, Gilbert? Yeah, okay, Gilbert, I would like to ask you one simple question. So why is peaceful election important? Thank you.
Can you repeat once more, sir?
Yeah, why is peaceful election important? Thank you.
Because if the election program cannot be peaceful, there will be a demonstration of injustice. And because of that, our country, Indonesia, can be divided and turned into chaos. That is all of my answers, and thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Gilbert. Good luck.
Thank you, Mr. Vicky and Gilbert Christian Delon Oi from SMA Kristen Payete, Sumba Timur. You did a great job. Thank you so much for your participation in this competition. And say hi to your teachers and friends there in your Kristen Payete Senior High School in Sumba Timur. Okay, judges, Gilbert Christian Delon Oi was our last participants. And Cendi Banu Naik, number 147. We switch her to the second session because she has a problem with the internet connection. And for all the participants, teachers, thank you so much. We are now come to the end of Poskopang English Speech Competition 2024, Session 1. Thank you for your presence. Thank you for your participation. Thank you for your support. See you in the next English Speech Competition with Poskopang and judges. See you soon at 1 p.m. and enjoy your lunch, everyone.
Hi, thank you.
Kawan, tahu nggak sih, masih banyak loh orang NTT yang belum peduli dengan dana hari tua nih di saat tidak produktif lagi, baik untuk pekerja informal maupun untuk pekerja formal yang memasuki masa pensiun. Nah, biasanya ada pertanyaannya, apakah kita masih produktif di masa pensiun atau di masa tua nanti? Apalagi dengan kebutuhan di zaman sekarang ini yang semuanya butuh duit dan modal untuk biaya pendidikan anak, biaya untuk modal usaha, dan juga biaya untuk modal di hari tua nanti. Karena itu, solusinya adalah Tenun NTT. Apa sih Tenun NTT itu? Tenun NTT adalah kepanjangan dari Tabungan Pensiun Bank NTT. Tabungan Pensiun Bank NTT merupakan tabungan berjangka yang pengendapan dan simpanannya sampai dengan jangka waktu batas usia pensiun atau BUP, jangka waktu usia keikutsertaan pembiayaan tabungan pensiun Bank NTT, minimal batas bawah 18 tahun sampai dengan batas atas 50 tahun untuk pegawai non-formal. Dengan syarat untuk usia batas atas maksimal pengendapan dana 6 tahun dan untuk pegawai informal sampai batas usia pensiun atau mengikuti batas usia yang ditetapkan pada perusahaan atau instansi. Ada banyak juga manfaatnya kawan, setorannya fleksibel, bebas biaya administrasi bulanan, bisa diikutsertakan dalam program asuransi life dan suku bunga menarik di atas suku bunga reguler. Tabungan Pensiun Bank NTT juga menawarkan produk asuransi Taspen Life yang bersifat opsional yang memberikan manfaat jaminan investasi dan perlindungan atau proteksi. Jadi kawan, ayo kita siapkan dana pensiun sebelum kita memasuki masa pensiun agar di masa pensiun kita bisa produktif atau bahagia dan juga bermanfaat. Pensiun sonde harus tua, tua sonde harus pensiun.